Chris, can you just kind of evaluate your season? Talking to Coach Clark the other day, he talked about you guys had a conversation in December about you kind of coming to that realization that your role had changed, and you kind of got used to being kind of the third fiddle last year, and then you kind of had to accept being the guy. What's it been like for you? The ups, the downs. You've had both, but at the end of the day, the numbers are pretty good.
I mean, it's been a learning process. Like you said, that's a new role I had to step into. So I had to learn a lot, how to do a lot of stuff, like talking to the guys and bringing the energy every day, and like a couple stuff I didn't have to do last year. So, I mean, I'm still learning.
Chris, also sticking with you, from the high of last year, of getting to the Final Four to this year, where it's just been completely up and down for this entire team, how have you dealt with that emotionally, and has it been a draining season from that aspect, knowing the highs you guys had last year to kind of the inconsistency this season?
Yeah, kind of, I mean, from last year to this year, like it's like day and light. And this year, I mean, we so young, like a lot of people, we so new, so a lot of people had to learn. So sometimes, I mean, it was going well, and sometimes, I mean, we had to find the energy to get back to doing the stuff that we learned earlier before. And I mean, most of the people just been here a year ago, so like it's not familiar how to play in the system. So it's kind of demanding, because every day you got to play hard, every day you got to be focused, every day you got to bring it. So just coming here and like buy into it, or try to buy into it, like drain, like emotionally and physically. So.
Just these last couple games, of course, guys are coming off that loss against Auburn, but it seems like a lot of these games have come down right to the wire, even some of these wins. Where's the team's mentality right now going into the tournament, and how much can that drain you, having to go into a run now where you're going to have to play 5 games in 5 days if you want to make it to the tourney?
Like Chris said, how we prepare and just how we practice, we lift weights, it's kind of second nature, because it's kind of, we push our bodies every day. So, and right now, team mentally, we're at a good headspace. Like, we think we still could make a run at the 20. So that's what we're focused on right now, just staying positive, just going to keep playing aggressive, and just try to control the things we can control.
Wes, what has this season been like for you? Because it seems like you're finally, you're feeling more comfortable. You're playing better as the weeks go on, and then all of a sudden, in another month, sometime it's going to be all over. I mean, how do you adjust to this? It's a different kind of one and done, I guess, for you here at South Carolina. How'd you adjust to that? And what kind of mindset does it take to deal with that?
You got to be tough. That's the biggest thing. You got to be tough, and you got to just always be consistent. So transferring here kind of was hard, coming from Maine and really trying to learn. And it's just been a process. And as I began to learn gain the trust of my teammates and Coach Martin, I become the player that I'm used to, just being aggressive. Like, he just tells me go out, make plays. So that's what I'm coming to now. And
have you caught yourself thinking, man, if I just had another year with these guys, the things that we could do, because you're feeling more comfortable?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's what I talk about all the time. Like, I wish I could come back. Or I wish I was here last year, and this was my second year.
I assume both of you saw the piece on Frank yesterday. Had he referenced that story to you guys in terms of as a lesson or anything about learning from an experience like that, and what was your guys' reaction to that piece?
I mean, it was powerful. He never mentioned that story before, so kind of yesterday when I clicked on the video and watched it, I was kind of shocked. And like, I mean, that's something else. Like, that's amazing. Now I know why every day he get up and he ready to go and give everything 100%.
Yeah, like Chris said, it was very powerful. But it just shows that what he speaks is true. Like, he's a fighter, he's resilient. Like, he's been through it. So that's what he tries to preach to us. Like, every day you never know. You got to make this day your best day. So that guy's amazing. That's all I can say about him.
Kind of building off that answer, Wes, you talked about resiliency. You know, for 5 days down in the SEC tournament, if you want to bring home the title, you guys are going to have to be that. Is there a sense of confidence, though, when you look at the way the bracket's shaped, that there's not a team on there you guys haven't beaten? If you kind of look at the way the road goes, you guys know you can hang with everyone. Does that kind of give you a sense of calmness going in, perhaps knowing like, hey, if we just handle one day at a time, we know we can hang with each team?
I want to say it wouldn't be a calmness. It would be more familiar with the teams that we play because we've seen them previously. But like our coach says, and like what we believe in, every game is important. So we're not going to dwindle on the past. We got to move forward and push through every opponent that we could.
I know it might look at it and be like, all right, how can't you stay focused in the sense of being able to play another basketball game? But with everything that happened last year, and now you guys are an 11 seed going into the conference tournament, how do you guys stay focused? Because it seems like it could be easy to kind of just go through the motions at this point and kind of be like, all right, you know, we'll see what happens, maybe go to the NIT. How do you avoid having that happen, especially the guys that might not have been in this situation before?
The coaches are doing a really good job, like keeping us focused, keeping us ready for the next day and the next game. So since the last game, our focus always been we can't make it. We gotta take one game at a time. We got a tournament. We've proven that we can beat the best team. Just go out there and like do it. Stay focused during the whole tournament, and we really believe we can do it.
Chris, has there been an element to your game that you feel like that was a focus kind of going in by the staff or maybe by you individually that you've really improved on, whether it's the face-up stuff, whether it's learning how to handle double teams better? Is there anything that you've done this year you think you can improve upon?
Yeah, I can change a little bit because last year the guys knew the game, like scenarios, knew where the shot was coming from so well that I just had to do my job posting up and the ball will find me. But this year I had kind of face up because double team. I had to learn how to see the court because last year all I do is just like post up, throw the ball, turn around and shoot at the basket. But this year, the double team is coming almost every game, so I had to learn how to see the court, see the basket, like learn how to be patient and all new stuff.
Chris, I'm sure you're probably sick and tired of people bringing this up, but how do you go out there and be able to play your style of game but also be in control? Because obviously the team's going to need you to not get into foul trouble. How difficult is that to be able to kind of find that equilibrium? Because it seems like it's just been tough for some reason the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's really tough because personally, the way I play, I like to go 100%. I like to give everything I have, and during every play, every moment, and like I just gotta start thinking of being smart. You know, I can't like be out of control and make a stupid foul because it's gonna cost us the game, and especially in a moment like this. So I'm gonna try to find the balance between both of them.
Wes, first Ole Miss game, as I recall, was the first game where you had the point guard duties kind of dropped on your head because that was when Hassani hurt the ankle and Corey was out as well. What do you remember about that game in terms of where you were then in running the offense versus where you are now?
From that game, that's a tough question. I'll be honest, that's tough. I'd say right now, from then and now, I became more aggressive, and now I know exactly what Coach Martin wants and where our shots are coming from and where I got to get the ball to. So it's times where it's pressure, and Coach Clark and some of the other coaches tell you, just be aggressive. Just get to the basket, try to look for the bigs. That's mainly our first thing, trying to play through the bigs. And then from there, they'll open the floor up for the guards.
Last question, Andrew.
Wes, you talked about you wish you had another year to come back. Obviously, Chris kind of got his trial run, I guess, this year as being the guy, the focus of the team. Now that he kind of got his feet wet, like what do you see for him kind of going forward, really leading this team next season?
He can be out of here. That guy's great. For him coming back, I'll probably say, because he has done a great job adjusting to the face-up game and knowing where the double team is coming. So as he gets more time, he can't be stopped now. So in my opinion, I think he's one of the best big men in this conference. So another year under his belt, not even another year, summer, just to work on a little bit of things like his jump shot and just passing, I think.